Super Mario Odyssey on Switch is a full-on return to Sandbox Mario, and it absolutely nails it. With Cappy as your main tool, you can capture enemies, objects, and basically anything, which keeps gameplay constantly fresh and creative. Each kingdom is packed with secrets, power moons, and fun little surprises that make exploring super addictive. It starts a bit easy, but once it opens up, it becomes something special, with wild ideas, awesome level design, and non-stop variety. Movement feels smooth, controls are tight, and it runs beautifully at 60 FPS. Overall, it's one of Mario's best adventures, fun, creative, and loaded with content that keeps you hooked long after the main story ends.
And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high, high up in the sky. There's no power-up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar. No one else can take me this far. I'm flipping the switch. Get ready for the sun. Let's do the Odyssey. Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, Odyssey.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder on Switch is easily one of the freshest 2D Mario games in years. It takes the classic formula and flips it with wild ideas, especially the Wonder Flowers that completely change levels in unexpected ways. 1 minute it's normal Mario, next everything's moving, talking, or straight up chaos. The game looks amazing, feels super smooth, and is packed with creative level design that never really gets boring. New abilities and badges add even more variety, letting you tweak how you play. It's classic Mario at its core, just way more imaginative. Overall, it's a super fun, polished platformer that brings 2D Mario back in a big, creative way.
Roll, roll, roll! Ow! Zippy! Oh, no, no, no! It's time to fly!
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the definitive version of an already outstanding racer, refining and expanding the Wii U original into a complete package. The core gameplay remains fast, chaotic, and incredibly satisfying, with tight controls and beautifully designed tracks that still feel fresh. The addition of a fully reworked battle mode is a major upgrade, offering fun and varied multiplayer experiences. With all DLC included, a huge roster, and 48 tracks available from the start, there's an immense amount of content. Performance is smooth both docked and handheld, making it a joy to play anywhere. Simply put, this is one of the best kart races ever made. Loaf and Mouse's Fury is a packed and rewarding package that combines one of Mario's strongest linear adventures with an experimental new twist. The main game shines with constant creativity, tight level design, and a steady stream of fresh ideas that keep every stage engaging. Movement feels faster and smoother, while local multiplayer adds chaotic fun. Bowser's Fury, though shorter, introduces an open-ended structure with a shared world and dynamic encounters, hinting at an exciting future for the series. It can feel a bit repetitive and less polished technically, but as a bonus it delivers. Together, both experiences offer excellent value and hours of inventive, polished Mario gameplay. Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door returns as a lovingly enhanced remake that proves why it's been held as the gold standard for Mario RPGs. Its blend of witty writing, expressive characters, and theatrical turn-based combat still feels fresh, with timing-based mechanics and badge customization giving every battle depth. Rogueport remains one of Nintendo's most memorable hubs, packed with charm and secrets, while the story balances humor and emotion with surprising confidence. Visual upgrades and a reworked soundtrack breathe new life into the adventure, even if new content is limited. Minor issues like backtracking and side quest structure persist, but they hardly dent an otherwise outstanding, timeless RPG experience.
A new adventure of epic proportions awaits. You'll initiate a turn-based battle when you encounter an enemy.
Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope expands the unexpected crossover formula with more freedom, bigger worlds, and a noticeably looser tactical structure than its predecessor. Instead of grid-locked arenas, battles now allow full movement, letting players chain attacks, team jumps, and abilities in a more fluid, experimental way. Each hero has unique weapons and skills, while Sparks add powerful modifiers that can drastically shape combat strategies, sometimes even trivializing encounters. Outside of fights, vibrant planets are packed with light puzzles, secrets, and quirky Rabbid humor that keeps exploration engaging. However, the increased flexibility comes at a cost. Combat often feels less challenging and menus can slow down experimentation. Still, its creativity, personality, and variety make it a strong, if slightly unbalanced, strategy adventure.
Let's take out the other two. Pew pew! That concludes his turn. Last but not least, Rabbid Rosalina. Team up with an ally and jump! Get positioned, then finish off with the kaboomer. Okay, our turn's over. And now, the enemy attacks. Be sure to take cover and you might be safe. If you don't, it won't be pretty. All right, we've got the floor again. Dash toward the bomb. And if you chuck it over, boom! That'll do it. The key to victory is how you assemble your team and navigate around the battlefield. Wait, is that Bowser? And he's joining the team?
Live it up on 5 classic boards from the Nintendo 64 era, including Peach's birthday cake and Spaceland.
Mario Party Superstars is a straight-up return to the series' classic formula, stripping away modern gimmicks to focus entirely on board game chaos and minigame madness. Players roll dice across familiar-style boards, racing for stars while sabotaging friends and celebrating every lucky turn. The highlight is its massive collection of reworked N64-era minigames, many of which still hold up brilliantly and make every session unpredictable and competitive. Presentation is sharp, controls are smooth, and everything runs at a solid 60 FPS, making it easy to jump into both local and online play. However, the limited number of boards and lack of new ideas make it feel more like a greatest hits compilation than a bold revival. Still, it delivers pure nostalgic party fun.
Resume the festivities. Stickers are also available to communicate with others.
Super Mario Maker 2 takes the creative freedom of the original Wii U hit and expands it into a much bigger, more flexible Switch experience. At its core, it's a toolset that lets players build, share, and play custom Mario levels across multiple classic styles, from retro 8-bit stages to modern physics-based designs. The course editor is deep but accessible, offering thousands of possible combinations thanks to new mechanics like vertical sub-areas, scroll stop, and dynamic nighttime effects. A story mode adds structured Nintendo-made levels, while Course World brings endless community creations and multiplayer chaos. However, TV mode controls can feel clunky, and some features are oddly restricted by style. Still, it's an endlessly powerful creative sandbox and a must-have for Mario fans. Mario Strikers Battle League brings Mario back to the pitch with pure arcade football chaos. Quick Battle gets you straight into fast matches with adjustable rules, while Cup Battles offer structured tournaments against themed CPU squads. The real centerpiece is Strikers Club, where you build online teams, customize kits, and design stadiums with friends or rivals. On the field, it's non-stop passing, tackling, dodging, and shot timing, all wrapped in surprisingly deep mechanics. Hyper Strikes add high-risk, high-reward super shots that can swing matches in seconds. Gear lets you tweak stats while keeping everything balanced and competitive. Visually, it's flashy, animations are full of personality, and the rock-heavy soundtrack hits hard. Online play can stutter at times, but offline is smooth and tight.
As well as by using tackles, items, and crushing special shots. The main rule in this sport is to rule the field. Try to score more goals than your opponents. There are 2 things to keep in mind that'll help you with your strategies. First, the gear you equip. It changes not only your appearance, but also your stats like speed, strength, and pass accuracy. Customize as you see fit. Second, the Hyper Strike. To activate this shot, grab an orb when it appears on the field and charge it while your opponents are distracted. Hit the net and you'll score not 1, but 2 goals.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker turns a Mario side idea into a full puzzle adventure built around one rule. Toad can't jump. You rotate compact diorama-style levels, carefully guiding him through traps, enemies, and hidden paths to reach the Power Star. It's slower, more thoughtful gameplay that focuses on observation and planning over action. Each stage is packed with optional gems and clever environmental puzzles that reward curiosity. The Switch version adds motion controls, handheld touch play, and 4 new Odyssey-themed levels, but removes some 3D world content. Co-op lets a second player assist with support shots. It's charming, clever, and relaxing.